As a person who has finished school and is now working a 9 to 5, life has become quite repetitive. I wake up, eat, go to work, and come back home and sleep and repeat the same cycle every single day. And as a homebody who enjoys spending time at home, I barely leave the house on weekends. Now that I'm almost turning 22, I feel like I've made the most out of my 20s, and that is why I want to change. I want to start romanticizing my life by doing the things that I've always wanted to do. Now, I don't want this video to be the typical motivational video where I'm hammering down on becoming the best version of yourself. No, I really want this to be an honest series where I'm going to take you guys along of my journey of romanticizing my life. If you don't know me, my name is Monica, I'm 21 years old, I'm a graphic designer at a digital agency, and I am a content creator on the side. Yeah, that's the short introduction. I don't really have anything else to say. I create cinematic stories on Instagram, and I create day in the life videos on YouTube. Now, for the past few months, I've felt like my life has entered this constant same cycle of routines. I am a homebody at heart and an introvert, but I enjoy spending time at home. I can become very comfortable at home. If I continue living my life like this, I'm just going to be stuck in the house every single day. And I really want to start doing things that I enjoy doing as a kid or even as I'm growing up and try out new things. Because in our 20s, we're supposed to make mistakes. We're supposed to try out different things, and I feel like I've not done that enough, especially as a person who has always just been focused on school and not really going out. I will really want this to change. So in order to do this right, I've tried to prepare some points that I want to work on to the end of the year in December, and hopefully by that time achieve the goal of romanticizing my life. Now, I have 7 different points that I want to work on, and these are basically just things that I already wrote down in my vision board, but I noticed that if I don't really start chasing or working on those goals, I will not be reaching them by the end of the year. So this is my attempt to doing that, but in the progress, doing it very calm, very chill. So the first thing I want to work on is physical health. As a person, as a kid, I always enjoyed doing sports. I was very sportsy. I played football for almost 10 years, I think. I always enjoyed being active with my body. But once I think around 16 or 17, I stopped playing football completely and just became stagnant. I started eating chips and just didn't do anything. I just sat down and was lazy. I recently finished the 75 hard challenge, and it really reminded me of how much I loved enjoying and just working my body. And after also finishing the Euros recently, it also made me realize how much I miss football. So I really want to get back into being active in my body and becoming the best version of myself, especially in my 20s. I really want my body to be in the best version, in the best shape, and this requires me to put some more effort in training. So there are some things that I set for myself, and that is like I want to have a training plan, improve my nutrition, so really watch what I eat and stuff, and then sleep 7 hours because I barely sleep. I'm a night person. I can stay up till 3-4 a.m. But as I know, and as we all know, sleeping is very important, especially if you're going to start working out and stuff. It's important that I get enough recovery, and 5 hours of sleep is not going to cut it. And then other than that, I want to improve and work on daily walks. So walking every single day, even if it's just 15 minutes, even if it's just 10 minutes, I want to go on walks every single day. Now, the next thing I want to work on is mindset. Now, I am a person who enjoys self-help books, and I know it's not for everyone, but I noticed that in the past few days when I started reading more self-help books, they really helped me to understand how you can become a better human being and just become better in general. And now the goal with this also is mindset wise is that I want to start reading more books, listen to podcasts, and start journaling. The main goal in this all is just to reduce my screen time. I feel like I've spent so much time on my phone that I'm wasting time in the real world. And I want to get that time back by reading more books, listening to podcasts, and just journaling my thoughts. As a person, I sometimes struggle to put into words what I want to say and express, and I noticed that journaling really helps me to improve that. So that's also one of the goals that I really want to start working on and romanticizing my life with. This is a very important thing that I really want to work on is faith. Now, I have been brought up as a Christian, and I noticed that over the past few years, months, I am just not the same like I used to be. This fire that I had inside of me has dimmed down completely. I really want it back. I feel like I'm missing it. It's part of my life. It has always been part of my identity. And in order for me to find that in order for me to find that spark back, it's time for me to dive in the Bible to learn how He is for myself, not through other people. And that's something I want to work on, and how I can do this is by doing Bible studies, reading my Bible, asking the right questions to the right people, and finding a community. I think that's also one of the things that I really want to work on in the next 6 months. And yeah, it's important. It's very important. Now, the next point is very funny, self-care. Now, as a person, I can become very comfortable in the way I do my things. Once I have a routine, it's very hard for me to go off those same routines. You can see it in the hairstyle. I've been rocking the same hairstyle for the past few years. The way I do my hair right now is the usual style I do my hair. I don't change it, and I really want this to change, because if I really want to start doing other things, I need to start changing certain things. I can become very comfortable, let's just call it like that. I don't really go out of my comfort zone if it's not needed. I really want to become better at understanding finding my personal style. I really want to get better at doing makeup, but if I don't deviate and start doing things out of my comfort zone, I will never reach the potential that I want to become. Is that a sentence? I have no idea. Now, things that I'm talking about self-care could be my body, skincare, nail care, going on solo dates, investing in quality pieces when it comes to fashion, and really detox my wardrobe. Now, you may think that why am I talking about detoxing my wardrobe? I've been saying that I want to find my personal style for over 2 years now. Each time I've detoxed and decluttered my wardrobe, but I still keep buying the same things, so everything that I'm throwing away eventually comes back, and I still keep the same clothes, and then I'm still complaining about not having my personal style. So in order for me to do that, it's time I actually do an extreme declutter and toss everything I've not worn in the past 1 month. But more on that later in the video. So moral of the story, and to conclude the video, is that I can become very comfortable, and in order for me to step out of my comfort zone, I need to start doing things that are a bit different than what I usually do. And I am very scared to say that out loud and post that on the internet, but we're gonna see some changes soon. Okay, so another point is picking up old hobbies again. Now, the older you get, the more you want to monetize every single thing that you have. Old hobbies, drawing, maybe making music, anything else, you have the need to monetize it, at least from my aspect, especially as a creator. I feel like I always want to document every single thing and monetize it, but I'm like, sometimes you just want to enjoy hobbies in silence. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing. And that's something that I really want to do. So there's some old hobbies that I want to pick up. So like drawing, gaming, maybe even streaming those, watching series and movies, football, designing, and taking pictures and videos. That's like some of the things that I really miss doing. And picking up old hobbies can be fun because I can explore a new city while taking pictures, bring my camera and just taking pictures. I don't need to post them. Enjoying the old hobbies that I used to enjoy, especially drawing. I could draw really good. I was at the progress. I was really happy with my drawings, but I just stopped. Then another point is my relationships. I want to maintain the relationships that I have. I feel like as a person, I still keep to myself a lot. Like a lot. I'm so hyper independent. It's crazy. I had a good conversation with a friend yesterday about it, but it's like I am so hyper independent. I don't ask people for help. I can't. It's like the biggest thing to ask for me, to ask someone for help. But I want to maintain my relationship, so hang out with my sister, my family, hang out with friends, and just maintain the relationships that I have and see people a bit more than just once in a while. Now the last thing, the final thing, is skills. I really want to get better at certain things, and I feel like once I finished school, I really didn't start learning new things anymore. And I have to say that the day you stop learning is the day you stop living, because you start feeling stagnant in a certain thing. And I really want to learn new things, so I'm going to be doing this by following courses, becoming better at certain things that I want to learn. So for me, it is storytelling. I really want to become a better storyteller. I also want to become better at cooking. I can cook any dish, let's be honest. Everything is on TikTok and YouTube and everything. You can cook very easily nowadays. But like the typical, I'm Nigerian, the typical Nigerian dishes, I don't know how to make those. And I feel like if I grow up and I don't learn it now, then when I eventually have kids, it's not going to be there. There's no tradition, and I really want to maintain that tradition. So even with this, I could also include learning my mom's mother tongue. I would really love to learn how to speak Bini. I can hear, but I can't speak, and I really want that to change. And I can at least communicate in a certain way. I need to learn another language, because then I can have Dutch, we can have English, and then we can have Bini by God's grace. So hopefully by the end of the year, I can at least speak and have a conversation in Bini. And even though my mom is laughing at me every single time when I'm trying to learn, I really hope that she's gonna have some patience and teach me how to speak the language, because I really want to learn. So since I work a 9 to 5, it is very important for me to have a time planning in everything, because if I don't put certain things in order and start building certain routines, I will never be able to reach the goals that I set out for myself. So we're gonna work on creating a proper time. Okay, we're back with a very important segment of this video, and that is decluttering my entire wardrobe. Now, I've done this before in January or February, in the beginning of the year, and I tossed some things and throw some things away. But I noticed that in order for me to achieve the new style that I'm going for and to go and start buying stuff that is better and investing in quality pieces, I noticed myself always buying the same kind of stuff. And I still keep the things that I know that I will not wear and keep them. And even during the summer, there are some pieces that I've bought over the past few years, a lot of crop tops and stuff, and that's like not really my vibe again, and not really what I want to wear anymore. So a lot of the things are gonna go, and it's gonna be a lot. I'm hoping to empty so much that I have enough space again, because I feel like my whole wardrobe is literally just full with stuff that I do not wear, and also sort through my winter and summer clothes so that I can split everything well, and taking things away that I do not wear and donating them to the right places. And my sisters are going to be here in the meantime because they want to steal my clothes. Let's get started. And the goal is to finish this in 45 minutes so that I don't spend enough time, or I don't spend too much time contemplating what to throw away, yes or no. So it's going to be very hard, yes or no, and then we're going to move on. So let's get started. This jacket is something that I can literally wear. So this is a denim jacket that I thrifted with Tati when I was in London, but it's also oversized. I have never styled it yet, and it still has been here for the past few months. So now my sister's going to try it because maybe she can style it. Denim jacket, not going anywhere.
I'm keeping this. It sounds all like some. Why am I picking off denim jackets?
So we've been talking about, I hope this is not too orange and I don't look yellow. As I recently moved, there is a lot that changed in terms of my lifestyle. I started playing football again. I have a bigger driving distance to work, so that really changes my entire routine. So in order for me to fix this, I am using Google Calendar to plan my week out. This is gonna be a whole different way of living because this is something that I'm not used to yet. So this is the first week that I'm going to be starting this, and that is basically starting my life at 5 AM during the week. That's gonna require a lot for my body, but I think it's a good challenge for myself to try out for at least a week. That's also in order for me to make sure that I have my fitness right and with all the goals that I set for myself. So fitness wise, I want to get better, and I have my friend Young, who helped me to create a very great training plan, and I gave him all the goals that I had. And so some of the goals that I had were just to be more fit, to have more endurance, especially since I'm fast on the pitch. I need to be sure that my endurance is on point. I have to make sure that I want to become leaner and just gain more muscle and just be on top of my game, just health wise, and just be good. Make sure I sleep well, eat well, have nutrition on set, make sure everything is just good and organized. So since I have a lot of things that I want to do, I did not know where to start from with creating a training plan. So I asked him for help, and he helped me to create a 7-day training plan. And yeah, it's quite a lot. If you look at it, it's quite a lot, but I think that if I adapt it right and I sleep and do the right things, that it is something that is doable. Especially since I recently came back and picked up one of my old hobbies, which is football. It requires a whole different thing for my body too. So he helped me to create a balanced plan that also fits with my football and also fits with the goals that I had in the gym. So that's what we're working on today, and that's like, I'll be documenting this entire progress. So in the next video, you're going to see how I'm planning and how the 5 AM routine is going. But that's like the goal, to start up at 5 AM, go to the gym, make sure I come back, leave on time, and have my nutrition on point. I really want to cut down as much junk this November, December, especially since the holidays are coming up. I really want to be locked in there and just be so locked in, because for me as a person, the winter season is the time that I have no motivation to do anything. So that's what I'm really trying to pick up this time, so that we can finish 2025 with a bang and close it off right. This is something that is like of essence for me to move on and close the year well. And honestly, that was it for today's video. I know that in this vlog, I just talked so much. It's really just a yap vlog, but it is necessary for you to understand where I'm coming from, what my goals are, and where I'm heading to. And I think it's gonna be a fun journey. So if you're interested in participating on this challenge, make sure you let me know in the comments, and let me know what your goals are for the next coming 2 months. Should I do it weekly, or should I do it monthly? A monthly update where I'm just going to be updating you guys on what I've been working on, what I'm doing, or should I just do it multiple times in a month? That's like, I'm still trying to figure out that aspect. But I'm really excited to start this, because it's like a new start, and also a new way of me finishing off the year in a good way. So I am very excited to do this, to start romanticizing my life again with the little things, waking up in the morning, going to the gym, those kind of things, to make sure that life is fun again. Because as we're all in our 20s, or you may be older or younger, whatever age that you are, it's very easy. I noticed that last week with the new driving time for work and stuff, that it's very easy to just be in this cycle that you completely forget that you also need to be conscious of what you're doing and truly live life the way you want to live. And that is what I'm trying to bring back with the series, and that is romanticizing your life and truly living your life consciously and being there and being present. So that's the goal with this video. If you have anything that you want to start achieving, you want to start working on in these 2 months that we're in 2025, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I'm excited to start this journey and to document it for you. So let's start romanticizing our lives together again. If you're new to my channel, make sure you follow, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'm going to be posting weekly updates about the romanticizing your life. So make sure you follow me there, and I'll see you guys next week Friday.